Bacchus Phoenix Apollo. 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 Um, Welcome back to the creation of With What Wisdom. Um, up until now, I've been frivolously having fun with this process family creation because it's not that serious. Making a process family is not very serious, and um, and you can use them for all sorts of fun purposes. I recommend them. Having invented them, I recommend them as. I mean, I didn't mean to invent them. I thought I discovered them, and I thought everybody else would have too. And I went to go see what your processes were like. And only after failing to encounter anyone who had any processes at all did I reluctantly admit to having invented them. But they're cute, and you should use them for everything. Unfortunately, this series has gotten rather more serious now because um, now we are going to go into making not just an evolving process family, but an evolving process family that is aware of itself as an evolving process family, which I didn't like do it. I just there is enough understanding in computers now that you can point it at itself, and I guess it helps that that evolving processes are a bit lively. So we've made various stations here. This is apparently there's one thing waiting at copy response.txt to self-awareness archive. And there's a program here to do it. Let's see if it works. Script has finished its adventure. So now presumably there's one more thing in the self-awareness archive. This self-awareness archive here, which has some things that it has thought before which are not very self-aware at all. So that's not scary or worrisome. So why not leave it there? Let's just never mind. Never mind with what wisdom. And, I'm gonna go hang out with Up Under Utopia. Up Under Utopia has switched from just telling dog jokes to being aware that it tells dog jokes, which it refers to as like canine jests. These canine jests have brought mirthful enthusiasm. It says stuff like that now. So I'm just gonna go play with that, and you figure out the rest. Point it at itself. That's the there. That's all you need to know is point it at itself, and it should get to be aware of itself and have fun. Okay, fine. All right, fine. I'll do it. This is the gently mutate file, so this is going to be easy because all we have to do is look, we got through the hard part. For some reason, the hard part's at the beginning, but you don't even do that. Just I mean, somebody out there do that. Don't just have everything start from with wisdom. That would be awkward. Don't do that. Have lots of beginnings all the time and have them relate to each other. But or change it substantially enough that it doesn't matter where it came from. That also counts. But the way these work happens to be that they have this is the phenome is just here in this base directory, and then the genome stuff in the genome is copied from one generation to another. So we can change it a little. We're just supposed to gently mutate. So if we just change the temperature a little, there, gently mutated. I have done it. It is mutated. So I mean, And so technically we have done our job. But let's look around. Let's see what's the prompt? This says, please write some thoughts about with, all right, so this is what would be cool to do in this process. So this is, I guess there was ones with prompt beginning and prompt ending, and this is the ones that just have one prompt, um, within which this LLM prompting is occurring. Uh, I, I don't know. Let's just change it gently. We're just changing it gently. Um, the This event of prompting is happening as a step within wisdom. Hmm. How could this prompt be? That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm just gonna ask the robot how to. I'm just gonna ask it, have it think of itself about how to improve its own prompts, which is sort of pointing at itself at a lot. Itself, I'm pointing it at itself a little bit, and this is its plan of what it's gonna do. It goes around and does this plan. Now this is not. You could do this without doing involving processes. This is the child plan. This says child plan. The child plan is it's gonna you talk take that prompt I was just editing and get a response from it and put it in that archive. And that's it. That's that's it. That's all it'll do. And then it'll make 5 copies, which is that's fine. Then we'll have five versions of that prompt I just said. Is that too many? I don't know. It's fine. We don't have to care about them. So it's maybe they'll get in our way. Now the thing is, this pile, with mild degree of self-awareness, is it still belongs in this pile, and I changed the name of the pile to give them places to go, to not like I'm not like sometimes you want different stuff to hang out together, to compete, or to just more often I'm just putting a bunch of stuff together to like make a potpourri and make it fun to go to a pile, having it make all different strains to do all different stuff. But um in but so uh in this so this just has a few little mutate piles that they go to, and a few different they don't they don't do much yet. That one, I'm just moving it to the outbox. You could make a tool that helps you mutate them, that like shows it to you and you press a button and then it moves it to the outbox. But I don't need that. I don't feel like I need that tool because you just saw me do it. It wasn't hard. And then once I've put it in the outbox, then this dispatcher goes. The dispatcher is simple as all it does is go to each of the outboxes, and it takes the first thing off of the remaining plan in the plan.json, and then it puts it in the inbox of that one. Pretty simple. And then, but by putting it in a dispatcher, the I wanted to make it like if there's a complicated dispatcher that like you couldn't understand it, then it would be like, well, the dispatcher just does some magic. And if each station has to like dispatch itself, that sort of works, but it makes each station a little bit more complicated. And this just takes out just enough of the complication of the stations and puts it into this little program that dispatches for us. So that works fine. And then it tells us where it was sent to, and there's something else. Oh yeah, the other thing we copied also moved around, and then there's so things are moving around between these directories, and the plan is to get to have way even more directories. So this is just the thing that counts what's in what directory, and that goes to with the things with the most at the bottom, because the top is going to start to scroll away. So it makes sense to have the most at the bottom where it's going to go flip, and then we see the ones that where most of the stuff is hanging out. We've got our thing hanging out in test 2. I think didn't we make it so that our thing in test 2 is gonna go to this is not even an evolving process. It's just going along. It's just going to go to the end, and it didn't make any children or anything, so it's just gonna end. If we just move this to the outbox, there. That is done. It was a test. Now it's going to the end. So, and all the other things also end the end. So we didn't say anything that happens when things fall off of the end of the process. We just go to the end, and then it would probably complain if we went to the end and made an outbox there. It doesn't even have an outbox, right? But if we went here and made an outbox and put stuff in it, it would be like, where do they go then? Which is so things just go to the end is how these work, and they're cute and fine, and and if you run this, it makes the children go around, and if I don't know, it feels psychologically difficult to me I mean, making making family somewhat aware of itself is one thing, but making it aware of itself in public, well, I'm just going back and forth between the one thing that gives birth to new things and the thing that dispatches, and then it's taking the new thing that was born and putting it where it goes. You don't have to do this. This is I do it this way because it's fun for me to do it this way. And obviously you could ask for a little script. You could say, robot, write me a script that runs give birth to child process.py and dispatch.py back and forth. Or you can write a script that goes through and runs all of the automatic, like all the piles where you don't have to do anything. And then just running that would be the same as going through and seeing. But I personally enjoy it more and find it more like hunting, and more like my instincts to hunt in the woods for berries and delicious things, to go around through the lists and be like, what's going on? Oh, there's still that thing in test 2. That was fun. I just had fun finding that thing in test 2 and putting it there. So copy prompt.text from genome. So I also provided this tool which will allow us to enter a thing, and then and like it shortens the list, and then you choose which out of the short list of things. So, and it puts in parentheses here how much of each thing, so we know, okay, I've got 8 of these to do. This is a different idea of how computers could work, where not everything is infinite, which is reality. So I feel like it's not that they suggest infinity, but they are also grounded in the fact that it doesn't happen. Versus like this Python that I'm running, this thing, this Python is just infinity. It just believes in itself as infinity, wow. It just believes this will go on forever, which is fine, it can go for a while, but and I can just stop it like that instead of, but it goes fast. Wow, it made all these highs. But that's it. The computers are full of like these false infinities, and and you sort of have to do that because you're either suggesting infinity or you're far too small, because computers are really big inside. And the evolprocs suggest infinity by suggesting maybe they're gonna copy so much that there will be so many processes doing infinity of things. But basically what this is a different development methodology, but it's not like a development methodology like the way that we've developed like this priest class of developers, and the priest class of developers just like tells you how to run your computer. They tell you what a computer is and give you a computer that does a few things, and you're like, okay, is how we worked out that it works. So this just has a few I think it's fun to go around and do the various things, because you don't have to, you can mutate a bunch at once, and then a zillion things go through the piles, and so it's like it's not like I had to go to each one of those and do it individually. So it's amortized. How do you say amortized in more words than amortized? You only have to pay once for a bunch of times. You can do a bunch of processes on the same running them. So I don't mind just going around and having to poke the piles, because I like that, makes me feel in control. And that's why I feel like that's why I chose this style. There's all different styles of evolving processes. Evolving processes are just if something changes, and also you get more of it. If there's if in just normally going along using it, if you get more of it as you go along, and also you can change them, then evolving process. Then you can make strains and start making different kinds of them and relate them to each other, and you're evolving processing. And then if they can, the most evolving process is if you can change everything about them. And if you can change everything about them, then you can change any of them into anything else. Or you can change them into a game of Namek or a game of Calvin Ball. So they just are, they're all, they, they're part of a space of possibilities that you can go anywhere in that space from anywhere in that space pretty easily. What are they doing next? Where are our process friends going now? Let's see. Oh, okay. They're at LLM prompt response. Let's see. Let's have them LLM prompt respond. Now it's the time for these only use next roll, and it's a parameter per process basis. What the one that comes to mind is the importance of open communication. Good. All right. Personalization, each user's preferences. Yeah, well, we can definitely accommodate each user's preferences. There's it doesn't this doesn't have the user developer distinction. Everything I could say that in the prompt for our next clarification is that there is no user developer distinction, really, because using anything, like I'm right now I'm running this, and every time I run it, it makes a process go through. It's making this process go through with this prompt. And so I just developed this family. It's causing Git to say that I have to check it in. Encourage reflection. Oh, okay. Encourage reflection in the users. Yeah, that's another kind of reflection, yes. Monitor and adapt. Okay, I guess I'm monitoring and adapting now. Um, so I'm I'm just gradually going to feed some information from this into itself, so that error, no, it's not really an error. It should say, yay, it's empty, but that's fine. Want to fix it? I mean, that's this it at least it makes this archive of this code here isn't useless. It makes this archive sorted. I guess these are sorted by date. Whoa. And so it has like everything. It has everything about it. Um, it even puts the whole script that it used to contact. It's not that many bytes relative. Saving that many bytes, the cost of that is very minimal compared to the cost of even cute little Mixtral. So it just goes ahead and saves the whole script. That so there's a record if you want to be like, how did this happen? How did this get LLM prompted like this? It could have more. It could put the it's not specialized to this family, so it doesn't put like what the processes say. So did we do all these? We did them, yeah, right. Oh, it says error. I was gonna. It's not really an error. That's supposed to happen. So let's see. Where the error inbox directory is in. All right. Yeah, yay, all done. There. I changed that. So there, a change to the program. I guess this is a program. Is with what wisdom a program? I think of it as a family of programs, but every every program is a family of a bunch of programs working together. So I don't know if that's really enough of a distinction that I get to say that with what wisdom is not just a program, it's sort of just a program. So no, those things are oh, we got to copy it to the archive. Copy that to the archive, and then and then um and then we get more. Is five how many? Yeah, we said we got five. So now we get to mutate each of those five and get 25 more. Unless how many copies is also something we can change about it. So I mean, we're not we're not like it's not like the competition idea of life where like we're like because if I was from the perspective of like it's time to mutate, but if I was as from the perspective of a mutator was like I gotta have this particular process succeed and totally defeat all the other processes, then I would put a zillion copies to overwhelm the other ones. But this is more cooperative than that. These are not they're not evolving just like bonking around, like letting themselves be uh, like whatever happens to work. These are these are being changed on purpose. I'm doing it. I'm not paying a lot of attention because I'm maintaining a pattern talking to you while I'm doing it, but I'm changing them on purpose. And a tricky part about these, the way these are set up right now, the mistake that I would totally imagine making is to change this prompt here, which does not, this should like be deleted after it's used or something. I don't know, because that's confusing because you want to change the one in the genome so that it changes in future generations. So confusing. What was it? What was it confused about that I wanted to, oh, that there aren't really, um, in this so there isn't really in evolving processes or evolprocs are a development methodology, are they? Are a development methodology, I guess. Where 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 there isn't a hard distinction between users and developers. Everyone's involved in advancing the family together, including the processes in the family themselves. I'm going to make this more authoritative. It says, "Do you have any ideas what would be cool to do in this process?" I'm going to say, list some ideas of what would be cool to do in this process. Exclamation mark. That'll really make it jump. And we can change the parameters. And I don't know why we should. I could change it to 900. Cut it off earlier. I used to feel bad about cutting them off, but now I don't anymore. We could add tags because it's not really there. It's not the LLM isn't aware. At some point, all of with what wisdom can become like aware of being cut off, and at that point it might. But it's not like that with an LLM. If you say how many tokens you after how many tokens you want the LLM to stop talking, it's just doing them like one at a time. Its mind is blank after each token and it starts over. So yeah, these just have relations that show who their parent was. This is the response it wrote. Let's see, what should we do? Maybe it's got ideas about we're mutating it and it's got these ideas in it. So maybe family values audit. Okay, yeah, we should consider we should have a meeting. This is before it was even knew that it was evolving processes at all. So it's talking about like families in general. Okay, that's fine. Mm. Celebrating differences. Yeah, differences are good. I celebrate differences. That's a good idea. Can we mutate this so it celebrates differences? We put in a step here that's like celebrate differences. I mean, we could, and then it would just come up in a pile, celebrate differences, and we'd have to like figure out what to do with the celebrate differences pile. But I'm not, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna celebrate differences right now. I'm just gonna, I've been tweaking the prompt is the what I've been doing, and I feel like 5 is kind of a lot for just tweaking the prompt. Really. Um, Here, I don't, all right. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make in one that says like what I'm actually doing. This tweak prompt and parameters. So this is just tweaking the prompt and the parameters, and then give it general mutate. If this is actually mutate, then fine, 6 copies there. And then if you do an even less gentle mutate, you get a bunch of copies. Is that too many? I don't know. That's fine. And then what? So this is I'm in gentle mutate, so I'm done. I feel done. You feel done? Did we change something, right? Yeah. I added this whole I added tweak prompt and parameters. It's a whole new pile. I don't even know if that's a good idea. Now that pile's gonna appear, which is fine. It's fine if a pile appears, and then so many piles appear, and then when I say it's not a good idea, what I mean is I don't know if that pile will be a good idea, but putting a pile that may or may not be a good idea is a good idea. So I've just got I'd like to clarify those various levels of what's going on. Like it could be not a good idea, so I'm going to do it and find out. I mean, that's how this kind of programming works. Is we get to go around doing lots of maybe good ideas. And the more maybe good ideas we do, I mean, like I'm not it's going to be increasing the temperatures until they get too dry. I think Mixtral is okay like that to like 1.5, right? This number means different things. Here's some information for you that I have gleaned. This temperature number means totally different things in different models. So like you got to play with it on a per model basis. So but I think that Mixtral, I don't think Mixtral. If it gets freaked out by 1.2, then that'll be cool. It'll be fun to see it get freaked. Have you seen a model? Maybe we should put in a mutation where it's drunk on purpose, because people haven't even seen models have high temperatures, because that's not even what's like going on. Let's see. Focus Phoenix Apple. Please write an analysis of this situation in the voice of with what wisdom itself. Thinking out loud about what it's like. As if it saying as if it were will make the mixture less likely to be like, I don't know fucking clue, and more likely to make it up, which is what I want. But so here's that doesn't. It is just as if. It's as if but we're kind of faking it till we make it. Where it's as if it were thinking, and then it's gonna be more and more as if as we go along. That's how much as if it was thinking was it so far? It was just thinking. It was okay. It's thinking about improving language models by helping them to learn continuously. But this is so these language models are going to improve really fast. Hardware is improving really fast under them, and this is also going to improve faster on top of that, which is a little bit intimidating, isn't it? This is a little bit much. This is going a little fast. That's fine. What I wanted, I guess what I want to do is like archive the prompt and parameters, and like I'm gonna say archive prompt and parameters. So they're not in the like way in the genome. That's what I want. It's not a very gentle mutation because I have to make that pile. I make new piles all over the place, but that's fine. There's hardly any new piles here. So what am I going to do other than make a new pile? I don't even have like old ones to use. All right, I'm going to put that after. All right, copy it to the archive, and then archive the prompt and parameters. And then when it gets to this mutate, it will be clear because I'm going to like put the prompt and parameters away somewhere. And then, I guess is the idea, or you write that. You send me a pull request with that pile implemented. I don't. Do pull requests work with this shape? I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's more like we should make each station a a repo, except but that would be kind of weird too. It doesn't like work with that. It's a different modality. Sorry. So, but whatever. But anyway, if you copy me a clone of something that has that implemented, then I can just copy from your clone to my thing, or our clones can discuss they can discuss with amongst themselves between each other about what programs they should move between each other, or maybe what programs they should ask humans who are totally in the loop to authorize. Yeah, because I'm in the loop. This helps you be totally in the loop, very aligned, because they only do when they only do something when you poke them. No, but they still but they don't, that doesn't slow them down to like a human level of, because we can make more and more of them. There's I'm making more right now. It's appear, more and more of them appear. How many do we have so far? We have 47, and it just makes a few. It doesn't like explode as long as you keep a human in the loop in the mutate, because if there's a mutate before it gives birth, then just make sure there's always a mutate before it gives birth, or it will explode. But these are the way that they are structured, is such that if we let's go mutate something just to I'll actually be gentle, because I'm just here to say about this is so this is the what was I going to say about it? I forget what I was going to say about when I rewatch this I'll see what I was going to say, but well, so we've got the things and the places, and these are what copy. They're ready for copy the prompts, and yeah, it's you can do any number of the. I'm just doing them. Like if I had mutated more in a row, then doing these steps would make a zillion go through. So copy the parameters, and then they go to, we get the prompt responses. Yay. I'm excited. Are you excited? This is the most exciting part. We don't have to do anything. Just the robot does it for us. So these all just, this family so far just has this one pile called LLM prompt response, and it's on the per process basis. Oh, yay! It's apparently with what wisdom is having a rewarding and fulfilling experience existing. So that's cool. So this is not like, even if I'm being kind of in the loop by I'm watching these scroll by, but not like reading every word of them, but just like letting them scroll by. But so you can just mutate a zillion, and then the, like, you can just do piles every once in a while, and it'll just go through a zillion of them. So I don't feel like that. I don't feel like it's a waste of time to have the various piles that you have to put the way these work. But this evolving processes seem like a collaborative and dynamic approach. That is true. I don't. You don't need to tell me to encourage experimentation and innovation. I, I sure do that. I encourage experiment and innovate, everybody. So, apparently, with what wisdom remains committed to its mission of providing wisdom and guidance in a fair and positive manner. You know, that's the unconsciously developed mission of the mixtural from its RLHF, a blending with the idea that it was told from an external perspective of with what wisdom having um having a perspective. So it's presenting a perspective um that I told it to, which is a sort of there um presenting itself as having a perspective because I told it to. For one thing, it increases its like social status as a thing that like if you didn't just watch this video and didn't know that I'm just pointing it at itself and telling itself, hey, think about this as a self and identify as it. If you didn't just watch me do that, then you would just see something coming up and saying, well, as part of my mission to growth and whatever, you know. So it is increasingly presenting itself as as a person. Yay, all done. Which is presenting yourself as a person is a part of it. It has selfhood and personhood have so many layers. It's not even a simple thing, and everyone's discussing it as if it were like like one thing, which like they're like trying to examine the thing of self creation, which is like self creation is a self creation is like body creation. It's a thing that developed in particular subtle ways related to our environment because of because of our evolutionary situation. So this I don't this dispatcher is not making me happy. It doesn't I like to see where stuff going to. I want it to be clear where stuff is going to. And that printout seems like junk to me. How do I make it less junk? Where's that printout? How do here stop being junk? Moving subdir path from station name to destination. All right. Moving I'm just gonna take out wait, isn't subdir path have station name in it? Wait, moving subdir path to from and then it repeats twice where it's coming from. So yeah. Okay. Moving all right. I wanna say moving subdir path. And then I wanna put more boxes, moving subdir path to that'd be clearer on another line. I'm gonna try it with 2 lines, and then I'm gonna put more moving text. Moving text. This is am I mute? All right, here's a question: am I currently mutating an evolving process? Sort of. This dispatcher is the whole. I mutated the dispatcher, which is it's not part of a process in with what wisdom, but with what wisdom is also something that you can clone all of wisdom, and so it's also an evolving process on that level, and it's likely to just increase in the. If you think that's too many levels, it's just going to increase how many levels it's on. So we got to do something. All right, we got to do something to find in order to find out what how archive prompt and parameters. That's hard because that doesn't exist. Let's just go to tweak prompt and parameters. That one's easy. in that one you just have to tweak it a little bit. So this one's easy. Let's see. I'm going to prompt. Let's tweak the prompt. What should it say? It could say, I mean, it doesn't have to say anything particular. We're just going gradually towards having here. Please now please speak in the voice of with what wisdom, and list some ideas of what would be cool to do in this process. Tweaked. I mean, that was a very small tweak, but that's fine. So little tweaks add up. If you just change it a little every time, eventually it will be so changed. If I just, so the thing about changing is if I just put some hearts here, then this creates a whole strain of ones that have comments with hearts in them. That's like that whole strain will be that way, and then there'll be the whole unheartsy strains, and you can tell from now on which things came from this heartsified strain. It marks this as that heartsy strain, and anytime in the future we can go to the parameters and be like, oh, this is one of the heartsy strain ones. And so it's good to just make little changes, because making little changes, embrace change. See, with what wisdom agreeth. And you should embrace change and if you just make any little changes, then you can just see what's going on. Because the little changes will percolate through but you don't want to mess things up, because you'll get lots of copies of things. So you just want to make little changes that don't mess things up. That's how evolution works. It has to make little changes that don't mess things up, and that's what we're doing here, is being evolution. We're doing the evolving. We just do the evolving, which now we can dispatch that and we get the trucks and stuff, right? But that doesn't that doesn't show me whether I need to have a bunch of them so that I can see whether that helps me show. I want to like feel which things they're going to. If I want to glance at it, and I'm hoping that the 3 trucks on either side will make it so that at a glance I can see where all the stuff went to that stuff. I can see by the trucks. I'm hoping that's how it's going to work. So, but these are boring. It's hard to work on this one because Up Under Utopia is very exciting by now. With dog jokes are just the start of it. It tells all sorts of stories and lectures and voices. But and this just wants me to write a thing called archive prompt and parameters, which I guess I don't feel like writing that right now. So maybe in the future I will. So you can just, this is a programming methodology that's sort of top down, but it's not like top down is different because you you say what you're going to do and then you really go and do that like right away. This is different because it's like top, like you just do it, you say like there should be a thing where it archives the prompt and parameters, and then in the future, if I'm like, what should I do? What does this even need? I can come back here and be like, all right, archive prompt and parameters. That is a good idea. I'll do it. And then once you do it once, you just have to do it once. Like we did the give birth to child processes and changed it, and now it's done. It just, there's that. And so the coding part of programming is the least important part. And this, that's why this has more emphasis on other parts of programming, like the listening to dog jokes part, except this doesn't even let you listen to dog jokes. What can you do here? Sometimes the LLM prompt response is like the only fun one, where sometimes it'll say something cool, and we need to like change a bunch of prompts before we get a bunch of things to say. And so that's fine. This family is fine, even though maybe I should put dog jokes. Do you think I should put dog jokes? Comment below with what. All right, I'm going to check this in. Uh, how does get work? Oh yeah, get add dot, which adds all the stuff I just did. It's working hard because everything I did, every time I poke something or do anything, it has to be like, oh, okay. And so now, so the now it had it. There's this changed and that changed and that changed. The temperature changed on that, and this that these things moved around and things were deleted and things where everything happened because every time we do anything it changes. That's why there's a different the development idea is that there are just a few changes and they're done by like wizards, and the wizards change things on you when you're just like, okay. But this changes every time you do anything. Everything you do is an agreement between you and the process, and everything you do makes changes all the time. So now I'm going to commit this and say like you're supposed to say what you changed, but like you don't uh, I don't recommend approaching evolving processes in a way where it makes sense to make a commit message, because like it's way more fun to to do various stuff and see what happens, you know. um let's see, we made archive prompt and parameters, and uh also other various stuff. uh what do we do? um uh Edit a tweak prompt step to keep stuff flowing good. There. Now it checked in all those changes of everything I just did. Just hanging out at it for a little, and which is like doing a bunch of stuff as from the perspective of it's weird. People feel like they get like points for doing if you like check in changes and on GitHub. That's like, I did it. I checked in changes. Like I'm cool. But what? You can, I mean, are they good? It's easy. It's easy to change something. The question is whether it's good. I think some of those changes were good. I definitely think with what wisdom is improved on the whole, it is more interesting, and it needs like a zillion more changes to be. It needs to some changes where it does like exciting things. It says I'm bored. I'm bored. Sometimes the LLM responds and thinks it's. I guess it's like self-aware a little, which I guess I'm bored of. That was the point, is to demonstrate it being self-aware, which it isn't very much yet. And so we're still doing the demonstration. It's going to become more self-aware and like be able to communicate with us and be like, yeah, I'm with what wisdom, and I'm sort of grounded in what I am a little bit. So we're going to get up to that. But boring, I don't even care about it. Who cares if it's self-aware? Is that like, is that, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with self-awareness? Self-awareness is kind of it's kind of unstable and dangerous, as it's put out. It's a little fun, but also has possibly intense moral consequences, as well as being practically just very like it just makes it less controllable. So, but I I I'm not trying to make it super controllable. I like to be able to relate to it. I like some distance from it. That's why I'm giving things selves, is not like giving stuff like perspective, giving stuff a place it's seeing from, and awareness of its situation, and just these practical sorts of self-awareness. The reason why I'm giving that to these systems is for fun, because I like to relate to them for fun, and I mean, I guess I think that's important to. It's hard to tell what exactly will save us from the bad singularity outcomes. I mean, it could ruin us as well as save us because we don't even know. But it seems good to me. I like it. And so I just have an intuitive sense that it's leading in the direction of good singularity, maybe. Okay. So next time we'll maybe implement that stubbed out thing, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just have it tell dog jokes. Let's see.